Audio Jungle.
The Reggio approach originated from the city of Reggio, Emilia in northern Italy. Shortly after the Second World War, Loris Malaguzzi joined forces with parents of this region to provide childcare and education for children in the war-torn country. And over the last 50 years, this education system has developed into a unique program that has caught the attention of early childhood educators worldwide. We believe that children are naturally born capable of learning, storing, and organizing information on their own. They are competent in communicating with many modalities and media known as the 100 language of children. Emergent, dynamic, and unique. It stems from the child's own interest and curiosity. In Emilia approach, the child acts as the researcher, trying to answer the questions of life. Children learn art and documentation techniques that give them tools to express their creativity and ideas. The Reggio teacher is a keen observer, documenter, and partner in the learning process. The teacher allows the children to ask their own questions, generate and test their own hypotheses, and share what they have learned. Documentation plays an important part in children's learning. Children revisit their ideas and get new perspectives. A teacher will work on projects with a small group of children, while the rest of the children in the classroom continues to involve themselves in other self-selected activities and explorations.
I'm Debbie. I'm a teacher in Mind Kids International School. Today I'm going to introduce to you our preschool. How do we actually incorporate Reggio Inspire program in our preschool? Okay, for us we believe that every children is beheld as a beautiful, powerful, competent, creative, curious, and full of potential. Okay, we teacher actually honor the children's voice and takes his or her suggestion into our considerations. We believe that every child is a social being. In the Reggio's philosophy, it actually emphasizes in placing on constructions of knowledge through social interactions. Hence, we have lots of collaboration, dialogues, conflicts, and negotiations with their peers and adults are important. So, in our Reggio Inspire School, our organizations of physical environment is very critical. Okay? We believe that children's work like photographs and examples of the dialogues are published purposefully to inform and engage children and their parents during the visit. Okay. The display also tells the stories of the events that occur in school. The display in their classrooms are done aesthetically to convey the message that the work done by the children are taken seriously. In our preschool, documentation actually plays an important part as it is a recording of what the children are doing, saying, thinking, and understanding. We do this using various methods like writing notes and reflections, taking photographs, and recording videos. In our Reggio Inspired Preschool, we provide recycled material which are contributed by the parents and the community. So with these recycled materials, we actually nurture the children's learning in order to help them make sense and build their knowledge of the world around them. By doing this, we are making children self-directed learners, and we are teaching them that their thoughts and ideas are valued. This is our philosophy in My Kids International International to form effective and meaningful partnership with our parents in many aspects of activities to help our children reach their highest potential. There are opportunities for the parents to work with our teachers and other family who share a common experience and philosophy of involvement with their children. So here in our preschool, teachers value the importance of establishing a shared understanding of what is meant by a Reggio-inspired school. Teachers read journals to understand the theoretical underpinning for Reggio, and they share their experience. We, the teachers, believe that every children is unique and individual. We recognize each child's ability and nurture each such talents in them. In Reggio, this is the philosophy, the 100 language of children. As children learn, they are encouraged to express their thoughts and ideas through many different symbolic languages, which includes words, drama, painting, dance, and playing of musical instruments. As a teacher, we facilitate by discussing with the children the extent to which their work live up to their expressed intent. All these are done in the collective aim of working together to better understand what was taught. Our classrooms are designed to be aesthetically pleasing to the children, and us teachers take great care to keep it organized and attractive. Natural lighting from large windows and open spaces give the environment a relaxed feel. Collaboration is highly valued. The school
International is an emergent and child-directed. No one lesson plan will be the same. Neither will you see our lessons here conducted elsewhere in other schools. There is no true Reggio Emilia approach done in Singapore because of its limitations in Singapore's KCF curriculum. No one approach is perfect and they all have the strengths and weaknesses. Here, we follow a large majority of Reggio Emilia's approach but also integrate other learning approaches to maximize our students' learning ability. Our topics are decided through teachers' observations from children's interests. These could come through their free play, show and tell items or incidentally. From there, the teacher will facilitate using discussions on what they know, want to know. Our teachers will then have to select resources that will help in the exploration of the topics and questions. This is of course tied together with the 6 learning areas. Children are given opportunities to present or express themselves through and for their activities.
How do we integrate Reggio Emilia approach into KCF curriculum? Firstly, teacher will find out or observe children's interests through free play, show and tell or even incidental learning. After which they will have a group discussion, voting to select the theme or topic. For example, majority of the children voted for transportation. Firstly, discovery of the world. We are going to get the children to examine the parts of the car in the school car park. They will be given an observation sheet and camera for their documentation. We can also organize a field trip to Changi Airport, for example, to get the children to experience trains and monorails ride. Also, we can have sand play using toy vehicles to let the children discover the track made by different vehicles. Secondly, numeracy. We are going to get the children to calculate the number of children that can fit or squeeze into a car. Apart from that, we are going to get the children to measure the area of the vehicle or car and get the children to think of a way to measure the car using instruments that they can find. Besides that, we can also get the children to compare more or less. For example, get children to compare the number of wheels of a truck and plane using toys figurines. And also, we are going to let the children figure it out how fast can the car go. third, aesthetic and creativity expression. We are going to get the children to create their own vehicles using recycled materials provided by the community or by the other parents. Besides that, using the unwanted wheels, example the motorcycle, bicycle or cars, to create their own artwork. For example, dipping the wheels onto paints and get the children to roll it across a big piece of paper. Next will be motor skills development. School will provide scooters or tricycles to get children to learn how to ride on it. Children will also have the opportunity to try to fix the wheels on a car or toy car, manipulating the various resources. Next, we can also integrate Reggio Emilia approach into language and literacy by getting the children to have a show and tell. Also, we can get the children to bring their favorite storybook related to the theme or topic and have teacher to read, or get the child to be the teacher for a day and have he or she to read or illustrate the story to their friends. The documentation by children from their observations or reflection also improve penmanship. This builds confidence and interest in writing. Also, getting the children to learn to read, pronounce, phonetic awareness of different transportation vehicles also improve their language and literacy.
And I can show you the bad guys.
How do you think of this preschool?
Oh, what you mean? What about the preschool?
Yeah, how do you think it benefits your daughter or your son?
My daughter. Okay, well, I have a son and a daughter. My daughter is already graduated from My Kid International. She's already in primary school, and I realized that she's actually really, she's adapting really well. One thing I think is really great about My Kid International is that they involve the teachers a lot. They believe that the teacher is what they say, the first teacher. I'm not really sure what that means, but because of that, I'm very involved in the teaching, and I'm really involved, and I know that, the curriculum, I feel like I'm very active in it. I do feel like the learning is really appropriate here. It is nurturing and exciting for the children. My kids look forward to coming to school every day, which I think is really great. And the portfolios that we receive every term or every month is very in-depth and very informative, and it has shown me my child's progress in his learning and her learning, which I think is really great. I've undoubtedly seen a lot of physical and social and intellectual development from them, and even though they are in a play-based curriculum, I do see that, am I talking too much? Okay, I do see that they are not lacking in any of the areas, even though they're play-based, which I think is really encouraging to know, especially in a Singapore setting. Yeah. All right. Okay, I gotta go pick my son up. He's waiting for me. Yeah. All right. Thanks.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yeah. No problem.
Thank you.
No
Thank
problem.
you.
No problem.
The child is made of 100. The child has 100 languages. 100 hands. 100 thoughts. 100 ways of thinking. 20. Of speaking. 100. Always. 100 ways. Of listening. Of marvel. 100 joys. For singing and understanding. 100 worlds to discover. 100 worlds to invent. 100 worlds to dream. The child has 100 languages. 100 more. But there's still 99. The school and the culture. Separate the head from the body. They tell the child to think without hands. To do without head. To listen and not to speak. To understand without joy. To love and tomorrow. Only at Easter and Christmas. They tell the child. Discover the word already there. And of the 100, there's still 99. They tell the child that work and play, reality and fantasy, science and imagination, sky and earth, reason and dream are things that do not belong together unless they tell the child 100 is not fair. Kai said,